Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so wristwatch check. The Explorer 2. Unfortunately, it's a white dial. It's not a cream dial. Though, if it was a cream dial, 16550, I don't think I'd be swimming with it. I think you could. You just have to make sure it's all sealed up. All right, so I want to talk about a comment in my last video from Sean M. He was saying that he thinks that there's not such bang for buck in an ETA Tudor. I'll put the comment in the description of the video so you can read it for yourself, but I'm going to summarize it. He was saying, you know, you can get an ETA watch for 500 USD. He thinks the real money is in the in-house movement because of it having a free-sprung inertia movement. I don't know what that is, right? So I'm out of my depth here. Figuratively, not literally. But let's talk about that because he's saying he would essentially go in-house movement. I wouldn't. I would go Tudor ETA because I think they're collectible. And he agrees. He's saying if you're talking about bang for buck, resale value, yeah, ETA may be the way to go. Let's hop in here. Now, he does mention that you can get another watch, like, you know, ETA movement watch for 500 USD, but keep in mind that the Tudor ETAs are jazzed up, and they're basically the best ETA that an ETA can be. It's what happens when Tudor, aka Rolex, gets their hands on the ETA movement and really just refines it. I mean, it's not like some of these 300, 500 USD watches that you get just a stock ETA movement and that's that. No, it's really quality movement. I mean, it's still a quality movement, but they tweak it and they refine it, and so it really is not comparable to a 500 USD ETA. But, you know, there's a balance between form and function, and functionally speaking, and I think that's where Sean is coming from, the in-house movement is probably going to be better. And really, I'm kind of going on what he's saying. I mean, I guess it would help if I knew what this characteristic of free-sprung inertia movement. I don't know. I mean, it sounds good. I mean, he sold me on the fact that it's better in one comment. I'm easily influenced. But the fact is, you're going to get a great movement with the ETA, and so I think going that route, you're going to have a quality movement, and it's going to be functional. But you're also going to have that resale value, and so I don't think in practice you're going to notice a difference, and that's one thing that is so true. I've got vintage watches. Well, I mean, I'm not wearing this one, and this gains about, you know, +5 a day. But, you know, if you're talking my GMT or my sub, it's less than 1 second a day. And, you know, people can say, yeah, don't you want an updated movement? Don't you want a, you know, blue parachrome spring? Sure, I'd love to have that, but in practice, would it make that much difference, right? I mean, less than 1 second a day time gain is pretty remarkable, and just in practice, I don't see any sort of deficiencies. Now, hey, ask me if my watch gets magnetized, and I might be singing a different tune. But I've noticed that, you know, a 20-year-old Rolex, they're awesome. They don't lack. It's not like, you know, all of a sudden something new comes out and the old one sucks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. You know, a 3186 movement. Yeah, I would assume that it's going to be better. I mean, it's in practice, it may not be, but it's going to be able to withstand, say, things that this watch can't, magnetization and whatnot. And then a 3-2-8-6 movement, which is in the new ceramic. I mean, that's going to be even more equipped to deal with problems and, you know, who knows, shocks and jolts and magnetization. So I guess if you really, really are going to be putting your watch through its paces, then, you know, you might want to go with really modern movements. If you found that your watch gets magnetized, I remember Danny, the Air King, mentioning that he had a watch magnetized. Being a pilot, I guess that's a risk. And so, I mean, if you've experienced problems, I can see looking at these vintage watches and saying, yeah, they're not the way to go. Let's go modern. Let's go the best that Rolex can do. And hey, I mean, I'm not knocking it, but if you're on the fence and you think, you know, I want to get a Rolex, but I want to get a good Rolex, not a 10-year-old, 20-year-old Rolex. You know, it's gonna suck. It's not gonna suck. Okay, I mean, unless you are in situations where your watch is gonna get magnetized, or you're really banging your watch around. I mean, I use my watches. Well, I use this watch. Okay, let's be fair. I use this watch without abandon. Is that a term? Without abandon? With abandon? That's it. I use it with abandon, and never had any problems with it. And yeah, I'm not here to say that the modern movements are not as good. I'm simply saying that the vintage movements are fantastic, and in my experience, more than adequate. Hey, Sean M., thanks for the comment. Take care, and see you next time.